Can you share some ideas on starting a blog on helpful technology tools and tips for small businesses? Sure, here are a few ideas for starting a blog on helpful technology tools and tips for small businesses. Start by researching the latest and most popular technology tools and services that are being used by small businesses. Look for tools that can help small businesses with tasks like project management, collaboration, communication, and more. Once you have identified the tools and services that you want to write about, start creating blog posts that provide detailed information about each of them. Include things like how the tool works, its key features, pricing, and how it can benefit small businesses. Consider creating a series of posts that focus on a specific topic, such as project management or collaboration. This can help you provide in-depth coverage of a particular area, and it can also make your blog more organized and easy to navigate. In addition to writing about individual tools and services, you can also create posts that provide general advice and tips on using technology to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of small businesses. For example, you could write about best practices for using cloud services, ways to protect data and information security, and more. As you create your blog posts, be sure to include images, videos, and other multimedia elements to help make your content more engaging and easy to understand. You can also use social media to promote your blog and attract more readers. Overall, starting a blog on helpful technology tools and tips for small businesses is a great way to provide valuable information and resources to small business owners. By staying up to date on the latest trends and developments in the technology world, you can help small businesses stay competitive and successful. Can you help me suggest a name for the blog? Sure, here are a few suggestions for a name for your blog. Small Business Tech Tips. The Tech-Savvy Small Business. Tools for Small Business Success. Small Business Tech Solutions. Tech-Powered Small Business. Of course, these are just a few ideas, and you should feel free to come up with your own name that reflects the focus and tone of your blog. Just make sure it is catchy, easy to remember, and accurately represents the content of your blog. Good luck! Can you rewrite this PHP script? Here is a rewritten version of the PHP script. Can you write a one-page article about war, using the tone of William Shakespeare and Robert Greene, with relevant quotes? Sure, I can certainly try to write a one-page article about war using the tone of William Shakespeare and Robert Greene, with relevant quotes. War is a treacherous and brutal affair, filled with the horrors of bloodshed and death. As William Shakespeare wrote in his play Henry V, "Oh, now does press, and war, and leagues, in this weak piping time of peace, think them to be in deep esteem and worth, as thought of such noise?" In other words, war is often seen as a necessary evil, a time when the strong must prove their strength and the weak must be crushed beneath their heels. But war is not just about strength and power. As Robert Greene wrote in his book The 48 Laws of Power, it is always the best policy to be very strong. Firstly, because it enables one to fight with a greater confidence and less fear. Secondly, because it disarms the enemy. Thirdly, because it enables one to fight on better terms with the enemy. In other words, war is not just about physical strength, but also about psychological power and cunning. And yet, Despite all the horrors and challenges of war, it is often a necessary evil, a time when nations must come together to defend themselves against their enemies. As Shakespeare wrote in his play The Tempest, we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. In other words, even in the midst of war, we must remember that our lives are fleeting and fragile, and we must fight to protect what is dear to us. In the end, war is a complex and difficult topic, one that is filled with both beauty and terror. As Green wrote in his book The Art of Seduction, the art of war is a ruthless one, but those who master it are those who will be victorious in the end. Only by understanding the complexities of war and mastering its dark arts can we hope to emerge victorious from the bloody fields of battle. Okay, can you convert it into a poem? Sure, here is a poem that I have written using the same information from the previous article. War is a brutal, treacherous affair filled with horrors and death's despair. As Shakespeare wrote, in times of peace we often see war as a necessary release. But war is not just about strength and power, it is also about cunning and psychological sway. As Green wrote, we must be strong and armed to fight with confidence and without fear, unharmed. War is a necessary evil, a time to defend our nation and its people, until the bitter end. As Shakespeare wrote, our lives are fleeting and fragile, we must fight to protect what is dear, though war may ravage. In the end, war is a complex, dark art. To master it, one must have a strong heart. Only then can we emerge victorious from the bloody fields of war, with honor and glory. Who is John Doe? John Doe is a placeholder name often used in legal and other contexts when the true identity of someone is not known. For example, if a person is found and they do not have any identification on them, they may be referred to as John Doe until their identity can be determined. It is also sometimes used as a pseudonym in a variety of other contexts. Can you write an article characterizing John Doe with these words: turmoil, discord, controversy, deception, corruption, control, exploitation, self-importance, incompetence, fraud, impostor, mischief, dishonesty, sabotage, betrayal, treachery, anarchy, insurrection, revolt, disruption, strife, tumult, treason, sedition, usurpation, tyranny, oppression, scandal, intrigue, machination, evil, sin, wickedness, vice, crime, immorality, iniquity, depravity, perfidy, malevolence, malice, spite, venom, envy, jealousy, greed, avarice, lust, gluttony, sloth, chaos, drama, conflict, manipulation, God complex, narcissist, destruction, con man, lies, masqueraded intention, using religion as a weapon, family of organized criminals, deception, stealing, lack of skill and required professional knowledge. Oh, how the mighty had fallen. In addition, use relevant quotes by these authors as appropriate: William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, John Milton, Geoffrey Chaucer, Edmund Spenser, Ben Jonson, John Donne, Francis Bacon, William Wycherley, Thomas Middleton, John Dryden, Alexander Pope, Samuel Johnson, William Wordsworth, Percy Bysshe Shelley, Lord Byron, John Keats, William Makepeace Thackeray, Charles Dickens, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, George Eliot, Thomas Hardy, Oscar Wilde, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, T.S. Eliot, Samuel Beckett, Harold Pinter, Tom Stoppard, Derek Walcott, Toni Morrison, Margaret Atwood, Kazuo Ishiguro, J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien, Neil Gaiman, George R.R. Martin, Robert Greene,